I didn't. I made a hateful video about this Jill Zarin and Bad Bunny situation, and then I deleted it because I was doing the same poison that I was complaining in that very video. Ugly. 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 Actually, I didn't delete it, it's just unlisted, so if you can find it, good luck. But the reason I took it off, it's not so much because I changed my mind about the analysis or about what might be behind these people's psyches. But the reason I deleted that video is because I was saying how much Bad Bunny brought joy and unity to this event, how he's fighting fire with actual water instead of the usual fire. And then there I go, and I make a video exactly with the same level of anger, the same level of meanness that I was complaining that the other side has. When I post a video, I got messages right away from people who love me saying, I didn't recognize you in the video. This is not even who you are in real life when nobody's filming you. One of my best friends sent me a message saying, you sound more like Jill Zarin's in a saboteur than yourself. Then the news came in that Jill Zarin got into some facility because she's devastated. And I felt bad. Not because of forgiveness, but because why would I be mean to somebody who's already living hell? Believe me, I was mean. And being mean, just because you can, doesn't mean you should. So, in the midst of deleting this video, I have to ask myself, where does this meanness come from? Is it because I'm hurt? Is it because I'm so disappointed at Jill Zarin? I barely knew who she was. So what is it? It's on this side. And then I remembered that many years ago, 8 years ago to be exact, I was in the north of England, in a small town, and I was having a conversation with this older lady. And I thought we hit it off. Not in that sense. In a nice sense. We were having a conversation about differences, about ethnicities, and about social problems. And then I say something to the likes of us white people, and I see her face change. And I stopped talking. I just looked at her. And she said, us. And I was confused. I said, yes, you and I. Am I not white to you? And she said, well, no, you are less than white. It's one of those moments where time stopped and you get a bit shell-shocked and you don't know exactly what's going on, so you don't know how to respond. I look at her face and there is this disdain, there is this separation, there's this change, actually. The only thing I can consider till this day is that there is this otherness. One of these things is not the same. Being an immigrant, ever since, those words at many moments keep banging in my head. They always come back. Every time I hear some comment, every time I hear some questionable behavior, I wonder, is because I'm less than white. Funny enough, I am white in my country of origin, always been middle class white. Yet when I changed countries, I became something else. And I started experiencing some of the things that people color complain. It has come to my attention that complain can be a negative word. Sorry, English is my second language, and I hope it comes across that I don't mean it as moaning, and I mean as talking about negative experiences. Anyway, sorry. Now, I don't even think I have a fraction of what people of color get. But now I do have some understanding. And this takes me to Jill Zarin's video. It's exactly the same energy that I saw her talking about Bad Bunny's halftime show.
And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing.
Not enough white people when there's, first of all, plenty of white people in that show. This race obsession. Latinos are varied, a mix of many things, including white. Many Latinos are white, but there's this separation in people's heads because they don't want to feel left aside. They don't want to lose the power they have. So I'm very well integrated where I am. But there's still this bug in my head wondering about otherness at all times. Wondering if the person who's talking to me sees me as an equal or a little bit less than. And that is a feeling that easily gets triggered, easily gets you in a place where you get angry, easily makes you feel defensive. So there I go, feeling righteous, and I made a hateful hateful video. So now I have to ask myself, should I carry this Jill heaviness on my shoulders for the rest of my life? Or should I let it go? And let it go has everything to do with forgiveness. But forgiveness is a one-way street. Little caveat, forgiveness is not the same as endorsement. It has nothing to do with Jill. It has all to do with myself. Now, I am not telling you what to do. I am not telling you who to forgive. But if you are in the same boat as me and you don't want to carry any more hateful things on your shoulder and you want to carry the Bad Bunny legacy of the Super Bowl, the only way to do it is to do some forgiveness. No matter how good it feels, righteousness and anger is bad for you. It's bad for me, even when it feels good. It means that you need to radically accept that this is happening. She said what she said, or she is what she is. We need to accept that even people you like, people you are related to, at one point, most probably, will stop evolving. They leave the bus and they become conservative. And when you stop evolving, you become ruled by fear. You become easily manipulated. I'm sure Jill is good to a lot of people, but maybe she's bad for a lot of us less than white. But I can't allow Jill to occupy any room in my head, any room in my emotions. Jill has lost that privilege, but forgiveness is an emotional boundary. It's something that is no longer my burden to carry. It's her burden to carry. And every time you have a chance, and every time you can, you should forgive and move on with joy and unity and community. Now, could Jill come back from this? Maybe. It's not for me to say. None of this video is me talking about the collective. It's talking about me and what it could work for you. I'm not talking for people of color. I'm not talking for Latinos, even though I might be considered one in some places. But could she do a comeback? For me, maybe, if I saw true, actual introspection. She did say she made a mistake. That's not good enough, because I think introspection is when you actually touch upon your demons. If she went, yes, I acted out of fear. Yes, I acted out of my biases. I felt threatened by this performance. It made me somehow feel insecure. It made me somehow activate the racial biases that I grew up with. If I saw something like that, I could possibly be very happy for her. But normally these apologies mean nothing. There's no growth, there's no introspection, and I can't count on them to be satisfied. I can't count on them to be happy. And stop upholding these people, even by hate. I guess following my own argument, I shouldn't even be doing this video. I should completely forget about it. But this is my cathartic moment. When I set up to do this channel, I wanted to have a high understanding of what's going on, a high understanding of myself, and not be led by my petty emotions. So we're going to do that, and we start today. And it's even harder in this world where people keep getting exposed. It's getting harder to think that any of these people are even looking for any type of redemption. But here's what we can control. We can control how we feel, what we consume, and who you surround yourself with. So Jill, I forgive you, me, not the collective. I wish you the best, but until I see some sort of introspection, I will probably never see you again.